Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there any doubt last class? If any doubt, we will clarify that, then we will proceed. Last class we have covered two theories. One is from classical theory and another is from modern theory. I have told you earlier that whatever theories are there, those theories are changed from time to time. But if they are relevant in modern organizations, we have to study that. Okay. So in this way, or in this context, we have covered one from classical theory that is known as scientific management, which is one of the landmark theory in organization structure. And another we have studied, that is the input and output theory, that is known as modern theory of organization. Whenever you will go to an organization, or whenever we will pass an organization, whenever you will come across with an organization, this modern theory will work there. That is known as input and output theory. If you have any doubt regarding those two theories, tell me, I will clarify those doubts, then we will proceed. I have told you earlier that whenever there is a question on theory, you have to follow the procedure. And the procedure I have told you, that is the introduction of the theory, elements of the theory, application of the theory, its merits, its demerits, and its conclusion.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Is there any doubt in the last class? Otherwise, we will proceed.
No, sir.
Sir.
Barbara, this is a counseling class. Don't be reluctant to ask any problem with you at your end. Whenever you face a problem, then ask to clarify, because this is the only session where you can clarify your doubts. Clarify the doubts of the learners. So if you have any doubt, tell me without any reluctant. Don't hesitate to ask your doubts or to put question about your doubts. Scientific management theory and input and output theory. We have covered two theories. No doubt at all.
No, sir.
Yes, thank you. Then today we will see organizational behavior. Okay?
Sir, I sent all the syllabus in your WhatsApp number.
We have sent.
Yes, sir.
Very fine. I have to verify.
In PDF format.
WhatsApp means your WhatsApp number.
Yes, sir.
What is that? MCOM MCO. Okay, 9777779.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That is with me. Objectives, introduction, importance of organization, steps in organizational process, principles of organization, classical theory of organization, bureaucracy theory, administrative theory, scientific management. We have covered scientific management, neoclassical theory of organization, modern theory of organization, system theory, contingent theory, context. This much is the course.
Yes, sir.
And organization behavior portion.
All syllabus are sent in PDF format है.
अच्छा, ये जो मुझे जो दिया गया है स्ट्रक्चर, ये स्ट्रक्चर इतना ही है यार और कुछ है?
नहीं इतना ही है.
ये यूनिट 1 का है यार, सब यूनिट 1, यूनिट 2, यूनिट 3, यूनिट 4, यूनिट 5 सबका है?
हाँ 20 तक है.
ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है? ऑर्गेनाइजेशन थ्योरी यूनिट 2, यूनिट 3, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्ट्रक्चर. अच्छा. ओवरव्यू ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बिहेवियर यूनिट 4 देखो.
Yes, sir.
ओके.
Yes, sir.
Overview of organizational behavior. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Today we will cover this unit. Overview of organizational behavior.
Yes, sir.
Concept of organizational behavior. Needs for study of organizational behavior. Traditional new approaches to organizational behavior. Individual perspective. Organizational perspective. Integrative perspective. Okay.
Yes,
What are the
sir.
objectives of organizational behavior and its introduction? Fine.
Yes, sir.
Students, you know what organization is, isn't it? Meaning of organization. How you can define an organization, you know? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Then behavior. I have told you what do you mean by behavior. I have told you. Behavior means the way you represent before others. That is your behavior. Okay? If your behavior is acceptable to others or to whom you are presenting, then it is known as good behavior. And if it is objectionable or not acceptable, it is known as bad behavior. Clear? So organization behavior consists of two words. One is organization, another is behavior. So you know the organization and you know the meaning of behavior. So now we will correlate with these two words. Organizational behavior. You know that in an organization there are some employees. Two or more persons, they form an organization. When two or more persons form an organization, they have some duties and responsibilities. And these duties and responsibilities meant to are required to achieve some objective. Okay? So when an organization has some objective and it is achieved by the group of people, then how the group of people will work, will perform in that organization is the core point of organizational behavior. That means when a group of people are work together with a common objective, having some duties and responsibilities, how they interact with each other, how they correlate with each other, how they present with each other, that is the purview, that is the basic objective of organizational behavior. Do you follow me or not? On the other hand, it is said that when the employees are associated in an organization and the employees think that they will perform their duties and responsibilities properly so that organization can able to achieve its desired objective, at the same time they have to think, they have to find out, they have to decide that in what way they will present before other employees so that other employee will not reject him, or the presentation of him before other employees will not be objectionable. Rather, the presentation of an employee before other employee will be acceptable. Do you follow me or not?
Yes, sir.
Organizational behavior say that how the employees of the organization behave themselves in the organization so that the organization can able to achieve its desired objective. Clear? Write down.
Yes, sir.
Write down 2 lines. Meaning of organizational behavior. Meaning of organizational behavior. Organizational behavior is a study related to application of knowledge, so that the individual or group of individuals can act in the organizational level, Okay?
Yes, sir.
Over.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Over. So now you know meaning of organizational behavior. Then come to
Yes, sir.
definition. Robbins, Robbins, Robbins has defined organizational behavior, OB, which investigate the impact of individual, group, and structure of an organization so that organization effectiveness can be improved in order to achievement of objective. Over.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Then read the definition carefully. You read the definition carefully. By analyzing the definition of Robbins, we can easily know that how the organizational behavior create an impact, make an impact on individual, on group and structure of the organization, which leads to organizational effectiveness. When organizational effectiveness improve, then it can easily achieve its objective. So it is said that organizational behavior is the key. Organizational behavior is one of the important aspects for individual employee, for group employee, and for the entire structure of the organization, so that it can achieve its objective. So when objective of an organization is achieved, when objective of the organization is fulfilled, we come to conclusion that the organizational behavior is effective. The organizational behavior is good. The organizational behavior is proper. Do you follow me or not?
yes, sir.
When you will in an organization, when you will be associated in an organization, you will find that in what way the employees of the organization will accept you. Accept you means whatever duty and responsibility assigned to you in the organization, and you have to interact, you have to make an impact to an individual, to a group of employee, and to the entire structure of the organization in order to increase your efficiency. And if you can increase your efficiency, then it will be easy on your part to achieve the objective with you. So in this way, if all the employees of the organization can increase their effectiveness, their efficiency, then it can easily achieve the organizational objective, fulfill the organizational objective. So whenever there is an organizational objective, and in order to achieve the organizational objective, organizational behavior is mandatory, organizational behavior is necessary, organizational behavior is a key approach, a key study. Let us see how organizational behavior are make an impact on the different elements of an organization. Do you follow me or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Now you
sir.
know meaning and the definition. Okay. Then come to elements of organization behavior, OB. Elements of OB. Clear? The following are some of the elements of organizational behavior. The following are some of the elements of organizational behavior. Number one, people. Number two, structure. Number three, technology. And number four, environment. Okay. Over.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now, these are the key elements of OB. The organizational behavior depends on, rests on these elements. If these elements are proper, if these elements are quite appropriate, then only organizational behavior, OB, will be proper in that organization. Do you follow me or not? In order to have a proper organizational behavior, if you want to adopt proper organizational behavior, then you have to strengthen, you have to be good enough regarding these elements. Based on these elements, organizational behavior holds good or works good in an organization. Clear? Let us come one by one. Number one is
People.
People. Number one element, people. Write down 2 lines. Here people refers to the employees of the organization. Here people refers to employees of the organization. The employees may be a single employee or a group of employee. OB begins with or starts with interaction among the employees. Interaction among the employees. Because every behavior has some, HAS has some kind of reason. So it is desirable to make an impact on the behavior of each and every people. In the organization. Okay? Over?
Yes, sir.
So now let us explain people. Who are they? Peoples are the employees of the organization. So this is the key element in OB. Whenever OB is there, it is directly and proportionately related to people, the group of employees. The people may be a particular employee or a single employee or a group of employees. So when OB is there, it must be related to a group of people of the organization. And the behavior of each people has made an impact in the effectiveness of organization. Do you follow me or not? So whenever an employee is there and he interact with other employee, it is desirable that the employee should know that what is the cause behind that interaction, what is the reason of that behavior, so that he can act accordingly. For example, if a worker remains absent, the manager should know the reasons of his absence and treat accordingly. If he thinks that the worker cannot take leave because the organization pay him or he is getting salary from the organization, then that behavior is making ineffectiveness in the worker. The manager should find out the reasons, the cause and effect. Why the employee take leave? What is the reason of leave? Then only the behavior of the manager or the behavior of the worker will be appropriate, appreciable, acceptable. So it is said that people is the only element, people is the primary element of organizational behavior. Here people refers to employees of the organization. The employee may be a single employee or may be a group of employees. Do you follow me or not?
Yes, sir.
Then second, structure refers to the social system of an organization. The structure may be of two types. Formal structure and informal structure. Formal structure and informal structure. OB has an impact. OB has an impact over the structure of the organization. Over the structure of the organization. Over.
Yes, sir.
And second one is structure. This is another key element of organizational behavior. What does it mean? It means structure is the social process, the social system of an organization. Remember, the first element of organization, if you remember the definition of organization and its characteristics, you will find that what organization is. Organization is a social process. Unsocial and antisocial activities are not into the purview of an organization. So whenever organization behavior is the point, or whenever organization behavior is the aspect, then structure plays an important role in OB. What structure is? Structure means the social process in the organization. And this social process or this structure is of two types. One is a formal structure and another is an informal structure. So formal structure and informal structure, you will know whenever you read Human Resource Management Unit 2. We will not study detail about that. Formal structure of the organization and informal structure of the organization. We will study it in organizational change and development later on. Okay? So for the time being, you just remember that structure of an organization, that means it is a social process. And this social process divided into two categories. One is formal structure, another is informal structure. Formal structure refers to the relationship among the employees within the organization in different departments, in different sections. This is known as a formal structure. Informal structure say that the outsiders who are directly or indirectly associated with the organization and their relationship and their impact, their behavior, the organization. Okay, so let us see what is the formal structure, how it make an impact to the organization behavior, and how informal structure of the organization make an impact towards the organization behavior. Students, you know that structure is one of the element of OB. When structure is one of the element of OB, how we can make an impact on the structure. For example, I am giving an example. If you are working in an organization and the organization has a 4 departments, accounts department is there, audit department is there, production department is there, marketing department is there, and human resource management is there. Department is there, HR department is there. So the workers who are working in finance department, their knowledge and expertise is completely different from the workers who are working in the finance marketing department. The knowledge and expertise of the workers in production department are something different. and the knowledge and expertise of HR department is something different. But you have to work in that organization. Being an accountant or being an auditor, you are in finance department. So when you work in a finance department, necessarily you have to come across with marketing department, production department, and HR department. So the relationship among all the other departments, excluding your department, is known as a formal structure. Do you follow me or not?
Yes, sir.
Formal structure means the relationship or the social process inside the organization who are directly associated in the organizational behavior. You are in finance department, you are one of the accountant or you are one of the auditor. So you are in finance department. Does not mean that you will only exclusively related to finance department. Whenever necessary, or time will come, or time and again, or occasionally, you have to associate with marketing department, production department, HR department. These are other related departments of your organization. And formal structures say that when you come across with all these other departments, including your department, that is known as a formal structure. And it should not mean that I will make good behavior or my behavior should be acceptable to only finance department. As I am in finance department, I will not care for marketing. I will not go bother for production. There should be no impact on me when HR department make a negative impact on me. That should not. OB is a field. OB is a study. In structure say that both formal and informal structure of an organization and employee has an impact towards that. Structure say formal structure refers to all other departments of the organization where you are working. Do you follow me or not? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then come to informal structure. What is informal structure? Informal structure means the outsiders who are directly or indirectly associated with the organization. For example, suppliers. For example, customers. For example, bank employee. For example, creditors. These are the informal structure of the organization. They are associated with the organization indirectly. So your behavior should be acceptable to them. You should not consider that a customer is not a regular employee of our organization, so I will not care for him. You should not make into account that supplier is not related to me. You should not think that bank is only meant for the administrators. You should not keep in that mind. So informal structure has also an impact over AB, OB. It means that formal structure and informal structure, if run side by side, if have side by side, then only organization can be good and organization behavior will be effective. Do you follow me or not? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Then come to technology. Next one is technology. What it is? Write down 2 lines. Technology is the resource depending upon the people and get benefit out of that. It has an impact. It means technology. It has an impact over the behavior of its employees. over the behavior of its employees. Over technology. This is the third element. You know that technology is one of the basic element of organization, and technology changes rapidly. Every organization must have to be technologically sound. Update technology should be introduced, should be adopted in the organization. That is experienced by you now. Update technology. Earlier, when there was no concept of online education or online system, the students are referred to or must have to come to the study center. Now you are in your room, you are in your home, and the teacher or the counselor in his home also. So technology enables us to interact with each other. So organization must have to adopt, organization must have to implement, organization must have to change obsolete technology, the technology which is outdated. Updated technology and modern technology should be introduced in order to achieve the organizational objective. So organizational behavior will be sufficient, organizational behavior will be okay, organizational behavior will be proper when only the organization can adopt, can apply, can introduce updated technology in the organization. What happens in that case? When organization introduce update technology, it is desirable that the employees should also be well equipped with that. If an employee is lagging behind, if an employee is not updated in technology and it cannot work in that organization with the updated technology, then behavior will be obsolete. So it is said that organizational behavior can only be possible or will be perfect only when technology can be improved, technology can be updated. Updated technology will be practiced by both employer as well as the employee. So element of organizational behavior is technology. Clear? Do you follow me or not?
Yes, sir.
Then last one is environment. Refers to, write down 2 lines. Environment refers to working condition. Working condition of an organization. This environment is of 2 types. This environment is of 2 types: internal environment and external environment. Internal environment and external environment. OB is influenced by both of these environments. Both of these environments. Okay. So whenever there is an environment, it is another element of an organizational behavior. OB is directly influenced by environment of that organization. And this environment is of 2 types: internal environment and external environment. Internal environment refers to the internal, that is the basic, that is the inside environment, working condition of the organization which can be changeable according to requirement of the organization. Okay, for example, 10 years before, if you want to be in the post of a accountant, become is the eligibility qualification. But now, if you want to be an accountant, then intercost or interchartered or MCOM with 5 years of experience is the eligibility criteria. Earlier, in order to get a lecturer, 55% in post graduation is the sufficient qualification to be a lecturer. Now, if you want to get a profession in lecturer, then you have to minimum 60% in post graduation and MPhil or net qualification, national eligibility test, net qualified. It has been decided that from 2020 onwards, a teacher must be a PhD holder. That is the minimum eligibility to become a lecturer of a college or a university. So internal environment plays an important role in OB, which is changeable. Internal environment make an influence or impact over OB of an organization. Do you follow me or not? Then come to external environment. Organizations are also associated with the external environment like government, like suppliers, like creditors. These are some of the external forces which make an influence. Rules and regulations of the government changes from time to time. Rules and regulations of taxation, rules and regulation of other features changes from time to time. Organization must have to be adaptable. Organization must have to be associated, adjustable to these changes. And these external environment are beyond the control of the organization. Organization have no control over external forces, external environment, but have control over the internal environment. So environment is another element which make an impact in OB. This environment may be internal environment or may be external environment. Internal environment can be changed, but external environment cannot be changed. The organization has the capacity or is under obligation to change internal environment of the organization, but cannot change external environment. Do you follow me or not?
Yes, sir.
So it is said that organizational behavior largely depend on these four key elements. One is people, another is structure, another is technology, another is environment. And if all these elements prove good, if all these elements are hold good, if all the elements are proper, then OB will be proper. When OB will be proper, organization can able to achieve its objective. Do you follow me or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And next, another is scope of organizational behavior. Scope. Scope of organizational behavior. You know that organizational behavior is a study of human behavior in the organization. You know that organizational behavior means it is the study of human behavior. Human behavior over its employees, over its structure, over its technology, and over its environment. Now we will see what is the scope of organizational behavior. How the organizational behavior is helpful for the organization. Or on the other hand, if there will be no organizational behavior, what lose or what will be the losses for an organization? And if organizational behavior will be proper, what will be the benefit? Clear? Let us see what are the areas, what are the fields, what are the scope of organizational behavior for our society. Clear? So far as the scope of organizational behavior is concerned, it is related to three aspects. It is related to three aspects. And these three aspects are the scope of organizational behavior. Write down 2 lines. Organizational behavior has 3 scope. Organizational behavior has 3 scope. One is individual. The scope under individuals are the scope under individual are A. Personality, B. Perception, C. Attitude, D. Motivation, E. Job satisfaction, F. Learning, G. Values. Okay. Over. Hello.
Sir.
It is over to you.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, what are the scope of organizational behavior over individuals? What you have written?
Personality,
Personality,
personality, perception,
perception,
attitude,
attitude,
motivation,
motivation,
job satisfaction,
job satisfaction,
learning values,
learning, values.
and
Clear? Okay. So students, these are the chapters of organizational behavior in individual perspective. When we say what is the scope of organizational behavior so far as an individual is concerned, individual means the employee of an organization. Okay. Whenever you say how organizational behavior make an impact over an individual, organizational behavior scope for an individual, for an employee of an organization is perception, personality, attitude, motivation, job satisfaction, learning, and values. If all these scopes are fulfilled, then only the individual scope of OB will be fulfilled, otherwise not. So now you can imagine how organizational behavior is important for an individual. Here individual refers to the employees. If you are an employee of an organization, if you consider as an employee of the organization, your behavior depends upon this scope, and these are the scope of an individual, these are the scope of an employee which impact organizational behavior. Do you follow me or not?
Yes, sir.
Then come to group, another scope. Group. Here group means a number of employees. Group refers to a number of employees. Because in an organization, there are number of employees, 2 or more employees are there. A single employee cannot form an organization. So when 2 or more persons are there in an organization, so what is the scope with them? The group scope of OB are as follows. A. Group dynamics. Group dynamics. B. Group conflict. Group conflict. C. Communication. D. Leadership. E. Power and authority. E. Power and authority over. Have you written all the scope of in group?
Yes, sir.
Then tell me what are the scope in group?
Group dynamics,
Group
group
dynamics,
conflict,
group conflict,
communication,
communication,
leadership,
leadership.
power and authority.
Good. So these are the scope of a group of employees of an organization. When a group of employees in the organization related to OB, these are the scope. That means organizational behavior make an impact over a group of employees in these areas. And if all these areas are proved to be effective, then group effective will be there. Or group organizational behavior will be effective. Group dynamics, group conflict, communication, leadership, power and authority. These are related to scope of OB so far as a group of employees are concerned. Over. Then come to structure. Then come to structure. The scope of structure, the scope of OB in structure, the scope of OB in structure are as follows. Are as follows. A. Organization culture. B. Organizational change. And C. Organizational development. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So our structure of OB or OB's scope, so far as structure of an organization concerned, it is related to three areas. One is organization culture, another is organization change, another is organization development. So students, your entire course is related to these areas. When you say that organization behavior or organization theory or theory and behavior of organization, it has these scopes. That means if you read organization behavior, if you know organization behavior, then you can able to know these are the scopes, these are the areas where you can be associated yourself. That means your behavior should be related to these areas. These areas means in individual area, in group area, and in structure area. Individual area, what are the scope? Group area, what are the scope? And structure area, what are the scope? So now you know the scope of organizational behavior, how organizational behavior works, or what is the work of organizational behavior, or what is the role of organizational behavior in an organization. Do you follow me or not?
Yes, sir.
And come to benefits or merits of organizational behavior. Merits of organizational behavior. The following are some of the merits of organizational behavior. The following are some of the merits of organizational behavior. Number one, good understanding. Good understanding. Write down 2 lines. OB enables OB, organization behavior. OB enables to improve interpersonal relationship among the employees of the organization. This interpersonal relationship ensures good understanding okay. Is it over to you?
Yes, sir.
Sir. So first merit of organizational behavior is good understanding. What does it mean? Good understanding say that it increases interpersonal relationship in the organization. Students, interpersonal relationship is a separate chapter in human resource management. Interpersonal relationship is one of the basic requirement for an employee. We will study when you go to an organization, when you will work in an organization, when you will associate in an organization, then interpersonal relationship plays an important role for you. Whatever may be your knowledge, whatever may be your expertise, whatever may be your caliber, whatever may be your capacity, if you fail in interpersonal relationship, then you will be considered as a bad worker of that organization. Bad worker means the worker cannot be appreciated by the management. The worker cannot be appreciated by the management. What it say? I am telling you that what interpersonal relationship is and how organizational behavior ensures a good understanding among the employees. Clear? Listen it carefully. It will help you in your organization level. Interpersonal relationships say that the relationship among the employees of the organization, whenever you work in an organization or wherever you will go to an organization, you will find there are three categories of employees come across with you. Three categories of employees. Some employees who are superior to you, and some employees who are colleague with you, and some employees who are junior or subordinate to you, and you have to work with them. You have to come across with your seniors or superiors. You have to come across with your colleagues who are working with you, and you have to come across with subordinates who are junior to you. So you have to be proof, or you have to make a good understanding with all categories of employees. That is known as interpersonal relationship. How you can maintain? OB maintains a good understanding. OB maintains a good interpersonal relationship. What is that? Whenever you come across a superior, you should not think that a superior is a order giver. Generally, the superiors give order to the subordinates. So whenever you come across a superior, whenever you are working with a superior, your mentality should not be, or you should not consider that your superior is always give you an order. You always consider that your superior is a well-wisher of you. If this type of mentality will prevail, then you can work for a longer period with that superior. Do you follow me or not?
Sir.
You should not consider that your superior is always a order giver. He always give me order. That should not be. That should not be your mentality. Your mentality should be, you should think that the order given by the superior is always carried out by me. So in organizational level, it is said that boss is always right. Do you follow me or not? You
Yes,
have
sir.
to obey. You have to obey. When you will obey, when you consider that your superior is a well-wisher. If you think that your superior is a order giver, you cannot work with him for a longer period. Clear? Then come to another category of employees. Those are known as colleagues who are working with you. You are and they are in the same post with you. Your position, your post is equal to them. So whenever you come across with your colleagues, never think that your colleague is inferior or superior to you. Never think, never take into granted that your colleague do not know anything and you know more than your colleague. Always think that your colleague is equally important with you, or equally competent with you, or equally expert like you. What you can do, your colleague can also do that. If this type of mentality will prevail, then you can work for a longer period with that colleague. If you show an inferior complexity that your colleague does not know anything, you know everything, then you cannot work. If you think that you know nothing and your colleague knows better than you, then you cannot work in that organization for a longer period, irrespective of your capability, irrespective of your knowledge, irrespective of your expertise. Over. Then come to subordinates. When there are subordinates, you must have to think that your subordinate is not a order taker. If you think that always you will give order and subordinate will obey that, no, that mentality should not be with you. You always consider that your subordinate is a facilitator of your work. Whatever work you are doing, whatever you are performing, it is due to the help of your subordinate. With the help of your subordinate, you can able to perform your work perfectly or efficiently. So your subordinate is providing a helping hand to you. Rather, he is not a order taker. If this type of mentality will be there, you can work for a longer period with that subordinate. So students, you know that interpersonal relationship is one of the important aspects with you, and OB ensures that good understanding must be prevailed among the employees. This is one of the benefits of OB. OB ensures that there is a interpersonal relationship, and interpersonal relationship say that an employee must have to maintain a well and cordial relation with his superior, with his colleague, with his subordinate. Do you follow me or not?
Yes, sir.
Then come to next advantage, merit. Managers, second, managers can know employees better. Managers can know employees better. Write down 2 lines. OB is helpful. OB is helpful for the managers of an organization. For the managers of an organization. Leadership and motivational technique. Leadership and motivational technique. As a scope of OB, as a scope of OB, enables the managers, enables the managers to work efficiently to work efficiently, to achieve objective, achieve objective. Over.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is another merit of organizational behavior. It helps the managers. Managers always create a good working environment in the organization. It is the duty, it is the role, it is the obligation of every manager to create a better working condition, to create a better working environment inside the organization among the employees. OB helps them. How it helps them? You know that the scope of OB is leadership and motivation. So motivational technique and leadership technique of a manager enables them to work among the employees. Motivational technique increases the efficiency and leadership motivates the employee. Clear? So both leadership quality as well as motivational technique enables the managers to work better among the workers, employees of the organization. So in an organization, it is said that employees are better, employees are workable, employees are efficient when there is OB. It helps the managers to create a good working condition, provide a suitable working environment to the employees so that objective of the organization can be achieved. Do you follow me or not?
Yes, yes.
And next, benefit. Understand human problem. Next one, understand human problem. OB is a field. OB is a field enables the organization about the problem and how to eradicate or minimize that problem, and how to minimize or eradicate that problem. Accordingly, different course of action. Accordingly, different course of action is being initiated. So that the workers can able to perform better. This is another merit. Human problem. Organization consists of different employees, and different employees, all the employees are not identical in character. Their knowledge, their qualification, their experience, their expertise, their training, their orientation are differ from each other. The nature of work also differ from employee to employee. So the employees face some problem while working in the organization. OB is one of the appropriate study. OB is one of the appropriate field which ensures, which detects, which reflects the problem of an employee and how to eradicate it, how to minimize it by way of making effective plan, effective policy, effective procedure and action. It can able to minimize the problem of an employee. Do you follow me or not? For example, we take the case of a production department. In production department, the production supervisor face that qualitative product can only be possible when there is a qualitative material, and the organization provides qualitative material to the production manager. Still then, there is not possibility of producing qualitative material or finished product. Then the production supervisor realizes that the machinery which is implanted in the production center is not working well. So some new machinery or machinery should be renovated so that the qualitative material can be utilized by that machinery, update machinery. It can enable to produce qualitative material or product. So organizational behavior is a area, organizational behavior is a study, organizational behavior is an aspect which enables to know the problem of the employee as well as its solution. Do you follow me or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next, fourth, Mary. Organizational effectiveness. Organizational effectiveness refers to introduction of update technology, introduction of update technology, so that employees can work better, so that employees can work better. Over. This is another merit of organizational behavior, organizational effectiveness. All the employees of the organization can able to interact with each other. They can share their problem. They can know where the problem lies, and they can able to find out the solution of the problem. So OB enables an employee to know the problem, to know the solution, and how to work in it. So if all the employees of the organization are able to know this context or know this technique, then organizational effectiveness will be possible. Organizational effectiveness depends upon the effectiveness of its employees. If employees are good, organization can be good. And working nature of the employee leads to organizational effectiveness. So it is said that when an employee knows where the problem lies, and at the same time able to know how the solution can be arrived at, and know the technique how to face the problem, so his effectiveness can be increased. And when his effectiveness increase, then organizational effectiveness can also be increased. Okay, then the last one, fifth merit is management of human resources. Management of human resources. Two lines. Human resources are key factor, KEY, key factor for success of an organization. for success of an organization. OB ensures human resources are competent enough. Human resources are competent enough to achieve the objective of the organization. To achieve the objective of the organization. Accordingly, OB helps to utilize human resources. This is another advantage of OB. Good human resources or effective human resources can be utilized with the help of OB. OB enables a manager, OB enables an organization, OB enables an organization people to utilize human resources, because human resources are one of the important factor or key factor for success of an organization. The success and failure of an organization depends on utilization, proper utilization of human resources. So when human resources are utilized properly, there is no doubt that organization will not achieve its objective, or achievement of organization objective depends on proper utilization of human resources, which can be possible with OB, with study of OB. Do you follow me or not?
Yes, sir.
So now you know the different elements of OB and different scopes of OB and what is the merit of OB. Clear?
Oh, yes, sir.
Then the next is, what are the challenges faced by organizational behavior or managers while introduction of OB? Challenges of OB in modern organization sector. Challenges of OB in modern organization structure. Okay? Challenges. Every modern organization now are interested to adopt a good organization behavior process in order to achieve, in order to compete with other organizations. Because you might have known that introduction of globalization, introduction of liberalization make a challenge among the organizations to face other competitors in the society, in the market. So organizations are facing problem. Organizations are having a tough job. It becomes a challenge for the organization to compete with other organizations in the market. And there is a stiff competition among different organizations so far. So it is said that OB faces some challenges, and these are some of the challenges faced by organization while introducing OB in their organizations. Do you follow me or not? Challenges of OB. Write down. The following are some of the challenges. The following are some of the challenges faced by organization. Faced by organization while introducing OB. While introducing OB. Okay. Number one, diversity of workforce. Diversity of workforce. Clear? Write down 2 lines. Workforce diversity refers to difference in qualification, age, culture, lifestyle, etc., etc. This work diversity should be managed properly. In order to practice OB in organization. Over. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is the first challenge. Workforce diversity. What does it mean? It means that organization consists of different type of workers, different group of workers, and they are differ in their qualification, in their knowledge, in their age, in their working style, in their culture, in their requirement. So when different diversity of workers are working in an organization, it seems to be difficult on the part of the organization managers to introduce organization behavior, because they have to satisfy each and every workforce in the organization. For example, some workers are postgraduate, others are technically qualified, others are undergraduate. So when different qualified workers are there and their qualification differ from each other, their understanding also different. So in this situation, the organization faces a challenge to introduce OB so far as qualification is concerned. Cultural diversity. Different workers are coming from different cultures and their cultures are different. Some think that they are annotated or they are associated or they are interested in a particular culture. Others are influenced by another culture. So it is very difficult on the part of the organization to introduce OB for different culture diversified workers. Clear? Some workers are creative, other workers are innovative, some workers are trained, other workers are oriented, other workers are new or fresh. So when this diversity is there in workforce, it becomes a challenge on the part of the organization to introduce OB in a proper way. So this work diversity or workforce diversity poses a challenge to the managers of the organization to introduce proper organizational behavior. Do you follow me or not?
Yes, sir.
And next, change in expectation. Change in expectation. What is that? Write down. Human psychology is unpredictable in character. Is unpredictable in character. Due to different expectations. Due to different expectations. Motivational technique are also different. Motivational technique are also different. So it become difficult on the part of the organization managers. So it become difficult on the part of the organization managers to fulfill the expectations of different employees. Over. Expectations of the employees. This is another challenge. You know that motivation is a technique applied by OB in order to fulfill the expectations of the employees. And when motivation is there, it ensures that the employee will be induced, the employee will be influenced to work better. But what happens? The expectations of the employees are different. Expectation means we will study detail about that in motivation. Some employees are satisfied with their necessity. Other employees want comfort. Other employees want luxury. So the expectations of different employees are different in an organization. So when different employees' expectations are different, the motivational technique followed to each employee are also different. So the employee who is satisfied with a necessity, the motivational technique for him is something different. Then the employee who is expected for comfort and the expectations of luxury is a different motivational technique than the expectations of an employee of comfort. So when expectations differ from employee to employee, the motivational technique are also followed from the organization different. So this difference of expectation enables the organization to pose a challenge, to face a challenge, how to satisfy or what should be a motivational technique that should be adopted or applied to each employee so that they can fulfill, they can adjust to their expectations, they can satisfy to their expectations. Do you follow me or not?
Yes, sir.
Next is globalization era. Globalization era, ERA, era. Now, a rapid change. Now, a rapid change has been introduced. In organizational sector. In organizational sector. There is a competition. There is a competition which influence the global market, which influence the global market in organizational development, in organizational development. So for financially weak organizations, the growth and development is not significant, Okay, over.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So this is another challenge. Globalization. Globalization is another challenge to introduce OB in organizational sector. What happens now? There is a stiff competition among the organizations. Stiff competition in the sense, in the global market, there is a rapid change. There is a huge change in organizational setup. So organization must have to develop. Organization must have to grow. Organization must have to change accordingly in order to compete with global market. So when there is a competition and the financially weak organizations, they are lagging behind, because financially weak organizations cannot compete in the global market. So introduction of OB in their organization seems to be impossible or seems to be difficult. So when there is a competition among the organization and the globalization is the requirement and the financially weak organizations are there, they cannot introduce OB properly. So they are lagging behind. So this is a challenge. Globalization is a challenge in OB or in organization to introduce OB. Okay, the last one. Improvement of quality. Improvement of quality refers to a separate management system has been created. Separate management system has been created in organizational sector. In organizational sector, which is known as total quality management, TQM, which is known as total quality management. With the introduction of Make in India and Made in India, with the introduction of Made in India and Make in India program, organizations are facing difficulty to introduce OB, organizational behavior, in total quality management system. In total quality management system. Over.
Yes, sir.
So this is another challenge. Quality management, improvement of quality. Qualitative product is required because organizations are social process. So as per requirement of the society, as per need of the society, organization should work. So now society desires that there should be a qualitative product, and government is making or initiating Make in India, Made in India program. This ensures that total quality management is a separate branch of management has been created. Every organization ensures that they must maintain quality. So in order to maintain quality, introduction OB is a must. So what happens in that case? Organizations facing trouble while introducing in organization behavior, because total quality management cannot be possible on the part of the organization. So it is said that these are some of the challenges faced by modern organization while introducing OB. OB is an area when organizational effectiveness can be possible. But in order to make organization effective, when organization desire to introduce organization behavior, these are some of the challenges. Do you follow me or not?
Yes, sir.
Then conclusion. Conclusion. Can you write conclusion on your own, or shall I dictate?
Please detect, sir.
Write down. Conclusion. Organizational behavior, or OB, is a study which ensures good human behavior. Good human behavior. This leads to organizational effectiveness. Organizational effectiveness. The scope of OB, the scope of OB is associated with individual behavior, group behavior, and structural behavior of an organization. And structural behavior of an organization. Different challenges of OB, should be taken into consideration. Should be taken into consideration. by the organizational people or by the organization, by the organization, so that OB will be, organizational behavior will be a key factor for successful organization. For successful organization. Okay. Over.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the organizational behavior portion. Organizational behavior, its meaning, its definition, its scope, its areas, its challenges, its requirement, its benefits. So now you know what organizational behavior is, what organization is, what different theories of organization is. Now let us go for, or let us in the next class, we will cover how individual perspective, how group perspective, and how structural perspective influence organization. Okay. So
Okay,
far as the scope of
sir.
organization is concerned, consider, see carefully. Individual scope of organization behavior is personality, perception, attitude, motivation, job satisfaction, learning, and values. Tell me, which we will cover in the next class or in coming class. My point is, you know the scope of OB now. What are the areas OB covers? So OB covers individual area, group area, and structural area. So in individual area, these are some of the covers. These are some of the areas. Personality, perception, attitude, motivation, job satisfaction, learning, and value. So far as the individuals are concerned. So in coming class, what perspective we will go, or what are the individual perspective, or what are the individual scope, or what should be the individual scope, we will cover. Accordingly, we will come prepared, or you will come prepared. Tell me. Hello?
Okay, sir.
Tell me, which individual area we will cover in the coming class?
Individual area.
Personality, motivation, attitude, job satisfaction.
ये सारे कवर करेंगे इतने सब कवर कर परियो 2 घंटा भीतर ना टिके टिके सब कवर करिवा
Sir, now the time
Briefly, sir.
here.
Briefly.
नहीं पता होती इंडिविजुअल एरिया रे एतो आगा सब आसुची तो आमे सब टिके टिके कवर करिवा ना ना जोटा को कवर करिवा सेटा डिटेल कवर करिवा अकॉर्डिंग टू योर विल एंड प्लेजर टेल मी
Perception, value. Another one. We'll discuss 3.
tell me what is your requirement. I will come prepare accordingly, or I will assign you some tasks so that we can cover it easily. Decide yourself. These are some of the areas, or these are some of the scopes so far as the individuals in OB is concerned. So we have to cover that. Tell me.
Perception and values.
From
Motivation,
examination point of view, so far as my knowledge is concerned, motivation and job satisfaction is some of the important. Most of the questions coming from this area. Personality is also another important area where questions are coming. It does not mean that perceptions, attitude, learning, value, they are less important. Questions are so sometimes coming. But
sir, which
eh?
sir, which are important? We will discuss about that.
No, I am telling that all are important. which is less important, which is more important, that is not the case. All are important, but due to shortage of time, we are in a different way, or our teaching learning processing are different. So we have to be accordingly to that. I am telling you, we are in KIT University, I am teaching OP. So there, I have to cover all the chapters during 6 months. All the chapters, individual, group, and structure. So I am telling that I have covered introduction to OB, then personality, attitude, motivation, job satisfaction, group dynamics, leadership, organization culture, organization change, and organization development. I have already covered. Only I left organization culture, and that is power and authority. I have left because due to lack of time. All these are covered during 6 months period. But so far as only 6 classes are obtained, and 6 classes, that is 12 hours, it is impossible on the part of a counselor, on the part of a learner to know everything.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I am giving you a free hand. Our option is with you. You tell me, out of this individual scope of OP, which we will cover. And so far as the individual scope is concerned, personality, motivation, and job satisfaction are important. Shall we cover this, or only we will cover motivation and job satisfaction?
Motivation, job satisfaction.
Motivation and job satisfaction.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you have your PDF file. Fine.
Yes, sir.
While coming tomorrow, you read motivation and job satisfaction from this PDF file,
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
so that we can able to complete within 2 hours.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It will be easy on our part. We will complete motivation in first hour and job satisfaction in the second hour.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So come prepared. You go through the note, read it. Whatever understanding with you or not, don't worry about that. I am there to clarify your doubt. Okay. So you just make a read. Okay, rough read. What motivation is, what the PDF file say about motivation, and what it say about job satisfaction. Then we will cover, and we will clarify. I will clarify your doubt. So it will be easy to complete time. Okay, because motivation will take 3 to 3 classes, 4 classes. In our class, duration is 1 hour, and we hardly take 50 minutes or 50 minutes maximum. Class attendance is there, and other aspects are there. So in 50 minutes, I have to take 3 to 4 classes for complete motivation. Okay, so when we want to cover within 1 hour, we should be more vigilant. We should be more careful towards that. That's why I am telling that you go through the PDF file about motivation and job satisfaction. We will cover it tomorrow. Okay?
Okay, sir.
First hour we will cover motivation, and second hour from 9 to 10 it is motivation. From 10 to 11 job satisfaction.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
So
sir.
tomorrow class?
Tomorrow same time 9 to 11.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
We will cover motivation and job satisfaction.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.